This is good?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude, yeah. Bro,
It's always so awkward.
I know,
at first,
the
like,
start.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I don't know why I made this. I think my keys made me think of this. I almost wore these custom Vans that I just got that say my name on the back of them.
You should have. That would
And
have
I
been
didn't do it.
perfect for
No,
this.
It was the problem is they were the print. I don't know if you can see.
Wait,
these
they
are
say
purple.
your name like on.
Like on the back. Like I'll show you
Wait,
video
that's
later.
fucking hilarious.
But they have like Japanese like cherry blossoms on the rest of it, and it was just too much pink and white.
Did
for,
you
like,
just design? Oh, you didn't want to be too matchy.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, exactly. It's too much.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Up and Indie. I'm KOKO DYNSKI, and this
I am Ollie Mann.
Yeah, and this is the podcast.
Yeah, fire.
Okay, I'm gonna do my little intros.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like I always start with.
I love it.
Let's see if there we go. It's back on. This is Up and Indie with KOKO DYNSKI, and here are my socials.
Bars.
You might be blocking it, but it's okay.
I might
I
be.
can always like. That's my Instagram. It's koko.dynsky, and then my website is kokodynsky.com. So it's pretty easy.
I'm a
to
hater
find
of the Instagram apparently.
Of the Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't following me. Well, it's okay. Here's your Instagram.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm honestly like a little confused. Do you have your own solo project and then also like the band?
I think the world is a little confused on this.
Okay.
I'm pretty confused on this too. It's okay, so CD Baby kind of made the decision for me.
Okay. Okay.
Because they wouldn't allow me to do both. But what I wanted to do was do like, so I have a lot of music that I make that is not with these guys, and it's more like, pop centered, producer centered.
Gotcha.
And I like playing it with them too, but a lot of times, I don't want to like, I don't, as like, maybe selfish as it is. I don't think it's selfish. I think it's more fair. Like I don't, I want to when the songs that I make, I kind of want the credit to be given to me and not like this
because it
the
feels
band.
like more personal.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That makes sense.
But I really should just nail down one thing. And
so are you going to have like Ollie Mann as your own and then keep the Ollie Mann band? Or the One Man Band?
So basically, I'll have the reason that I say CD Baby made the decision for me is I was trying to put Ollie Mann as the main artist and One Man Band also as a primary artist. But they sent me an email after the inspection, and they were like, I was so upset about this. Oh my gosh. They sent me an email and they were like, you can't have a member of the band also as an artist on the thing. And like in my head, I'm like, why does it matter to you? Like, why does it matter to you?
Could you make your own like publishing company that's like your own private one, and then you're you're like a separate person in the band?
I have that. I have like my own
okay,
publishing company, but I don't know exactly how I would go about like that exact process.
Yeah.
But like I sent them an email back and I was like, hey, like, this is my band. I do music without them and with them. So like, I want this to be a big release for like both of us, and it'll be the debut release for, my artist project and the band.
And what's the name?
One Man Band.
Or what's the name of the release?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
We can skip over to it.
Tribulations is our very first release. This song, actually, we've been playing. We wrote this in our first ever rehearsal. Our bass player was different at the time.
You guys all wrote it together?
Yes.
Okay, fun.
Yeah, this one was, this is the One Man Band anthem. We play this. It's like our closer for every show, and we've it's been really tough to find somebody that makes the sound come out the way we want. But we just recently have found a system that we really like. Shout out KOKO. KOKO Saba's crazy.
Put him right here.
Not KOKO.
Yeah.
It's close. But yeah. So Co and Colton have like. Do you know Colton and Co?
I don't think so.
So they're just like some producers that they
maybe I do. I'm really bad with names.
Yeah.
So like yeah.
They're like they do a lot of stuff with like Hit Factory and if you know Live too, they're around like them a lot.
Gotcha.
But they just have like the most unbelievable studio in their house. Like it is like their rooms are more studios than they are rooms.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like Colton, I'm not gonna go into detail about what their rooms have, but like I'll just say this: like you can connect the control room that literally has an SSL board to the other rooms in the apartment through TalkBack and like run a session from one bedroom, like, and then have somebody recording vocals in like another room.
It's all connected together.
So
is it just them living in the apartment?
They have a third roommate that is moving out.
Gotcha.
But and I'm not sure if they're getting that room filled or not. But
when you guys recorded, do you guys all record at the same time, or did you layer on top of like a demo?
So originally, what I thought was going to be the move for us would be like get a big studio and like all of us record together, and we did that. And I just like couldn't be happy with the mix, and then I just realized like it's just because that is not how it should sound on a platform. Like that's what I realized is like this is a live recording, like this is different from what it should be as like the produced version.
Yeah.
So this track that we're going to be releasing is going to be like we started with just like, you know, me playing the keys parts and singing, and then our drummer and bass player went in and did a session.
So just like slowly added together.
Exactly.
Nice. So how was the name started? Because it's obviously not One Man. So like how'd you decide on One Man Band for you guys?
You know what's hilarious? Okay, well, so first of all, my last name is Mann. So there's that. Nice, yeah. And this guy right here actually was my roommate in my first year in 150 Mass Ave, best dorm.
Shout out. I lived in 160.
Oh, it's tough, bro. You didn't have your own bathroom.
Well, ours was nicer, so.
Yeah, no, and you had the calf, bro. You could walk in your pajamas, bro.
True. I like never left that building. It was so bad. Like I definitely had winter depression.
Bro, bro, every year it's Boston. It's crazy. Yeah, no, but so yeah, he was literally just like, well, I didn't know that I wanted to like make a band. I was honestly pretty intimidated by everything here. And like I did think that I thought that I was one of the, you know, better male singers that I had heard when I got here. And I was, you know, but I just didn't know what to do. You know, I had no idea what to do. And then this guy, like before we really became close friends, he was like, man, like I saw him play with his band. This is Gabe Kuchan, by the way. Gabe Kuchan, you know, he had a band called the Funky Doctors, and I absolutely love funk and blues music. So I went and I saw them, and I loved it, you know, and like Gabe and I like hit it off. We're super similar guys. We look exactly the same, if you can't tell. Yeah, he was like, man, if you start a project, like, I would love to play guitar for you. And I was like, oh, man, this guy's awesome.
That's
like,
awesome.
I love the way he plays. Like, and I was like, okay, like, maybe I should really do this. And then he was like, yeah, man, like, you already have a name for your band, too, like One Mann Band. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's it. That's it. What's funny, though, is my uncle hates it. He's like,
really?
He's like,
why?
Yo, like, your music is great. Like, I love everything you're doing, but, like, you got to change the name, man. Like, it's not good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what my family said about my artist name, because it's our last name. Like, I had it as KOKO DYNSKI. My first name's Haley. And, yeah, so.
Oh, what?
Yeah, my last name is, like, KOKO DYNSKI together. And so when I started my artist project, originally it was Coco because that was like a nickname. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I need to have something more than just Coco, because there were like 5 million Cocos on Spotify. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just do KOKO DYNSKI. And I found out like last week, my dad was like, yeah, when you first changed your name, like we all hated it.
Oh,
like,
no.
Like, but now we like it. Now it makes sense. Like, they were like, it just took some time to like see it as like a first and then last name. Yeah. So yeah, same thing. Like our family was like, yeah, we don't. Like,
I'm not.
It was weird at first.
Change it up.
Yeah.
Change it, Haley.
Change it. No,
That's
I won't
funny.
ever change it.
You know what's hilarious is I was looking for Dynsky when I was trying to get into your building, and then it showed KOKO DYNSKI, and I was like, oh damn, she's really serious about this artist name.
Yeah. No, that's my full last name.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What is like the nationality?
It's
of
Polish.
Polish.
Yeah,
okay.
My grandparents like came from Poland
Nice.
like, a long time ago. So
Hell yeah.
It's Polish. That's it. Wait, I want to make sure that I show your. Oh yeah, I never talked about your website.
Oh yes.
How'd you make this website?
Like how did I get this
yeah, like
URL?
oneman.band. Like it's not even .com.
Yeah, I know, it's fire, right?
I was really confused. How'd you do that?
I won't even lie. Like my dad just like did it, and
you can just like buy it. Like you don't need to do the .com.
So I think I used actually wait. What do I use? I can send you the website that I use to make. It's like it's just one of them, one of those ones. You have a website, so you don't.
Yeah, that's me.
You don't really need it. But it was just one of the URLs that was open, and like luckily my dad paid for it, and I was like, he was like, "Yo, here is this website," and I was like, "Yes,
yes, let's do it." Yeah, my mom has like 2 independent businesses, and so she like knows how to like do all that stuff, and she like gave me. She was like, "I think you should do this," and she
that's
like,
awesome.
gave me one, and I was like, "Okay." So then I spent like hours and hours building up mine. It was like same thing.
Dude, it's so fun. I'm like constantly
yeah.
Like,
I'm like, if anybody needs a website, because a lot of people are like, how the hell do you make a website? So like, if anybody needs me to make their website, let me know.
Hit up Coco for your website.
Yeah.
Hit up Haley for your Coco. Sorry.
I will only do it for payment. Yeah, Haley.
I'll stop calling you that, I swear.
Oliver Mann.
Yes, this is me, Oliver Mann. I'm screaming in this picture.
Yep.
Oh,
this is at the Berklee Calf, right?
It is. Yeah, this is a little. It's a little. We gotta have an extra N there, bro.
Oh,
that's chill, man. That's cool.
That's my bad.
No, that's payback, bro, for not.
Yeah. True.
No, but this is at the Calf. This was the first round of Battle of the Bands at Berklee, which we ended up winning, which was awesome.
Right. I forgot that you were in that. I was in the first round.
Wait, of the second of this year?
Not this year, the very first one.
Like last year or years ago?
It was the first year that they had ever done it. So my sophomore year, your freshman year, I guess.
Was that the one that Ollie Gulick?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah. And it was like such a mess. One of the guitarists that I had, who I will not name, he like canceled on us last minute, and I'd find a new person in like 2 days, and they didn't practice. It was a mess, but
that's the worst.
It was still a vibe. It was just like my first time performing with a band too, so I was stressed as hell. And
you know what's crazy is I think a lot of those bands were like also doing the same thing.
The first time they were ever playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like except for like like some of them that had played together during like 5 week.
Yeah.
But like. It's funny because I remember being back there and being like, wow, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, can I like?
Yeah, you can swear. It's fine.
Right, sweet, yeah. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And like these bands are so great. Like, how did they do this so quick? And then like I'll go back and watch it. And I'm like, how did those bands win? Like, they're so much better now.
Yeah,
like, this is
I know.
insane.
There's like so much improvement from all of those people. I feel like it was for me, it was like a good jump into like a huge thing all at once, and
the
then
crowd
just figure it out.
Was
like
fat.
Yeah.
Dude, it was big.
The first year it was huge. I didn't go to the other years, but last year's, but
it wasn't as big. It was still pretty big, but it wasn't as big. It
was crazy.
The final it had like 200 people, but it was also in like a giant venue, so it didn't look as great.
Okay. It wasn't at the Calf.
Yeah. But I will say, little plug. November 1st at the Calf, One Mann Band, the official One Mann Band Calf show, day after Halloween. So.
Oh, wait, that's fun.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, get your party in out.
I will not be here. I'm graduated. But
but
but you're gonna have a great time. For anybody watching. Yeah, totally. Wait, that's fun. You got a Calf show?
Dude, yeah, I'm super hyped.
So what's on the set list of that? Is it all originals?
Right now it's all originals. I have a few covers that I am thinking about. I don't know yet. We can talk about it after.
Okay.
It'll be a surprise. But I might feed into some like maybe female pop artists for some stuff, but we'll see.
Fun.
Yeah.
What would you say your inspirations are?
Well, my I'll say like a little bit of how I got into music, because that like we'll explain it a little bit. I've had just like kind of a musical family. My like stepdad, so like step grandpa, I don't know what you want to call it, but like he was basically my grandpa growing up, or one of my grandpas, because I was close with all of them,
Gotcha, yeah.
But so he was a drummer for Van Morrison, and he plays on some pretty big tracks. Van Morrison is the guy that does like Brown Eyed Girl,
That's so
Moondance
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was a session musician back in the day, so like he was playing for like Etta James at one point, and then he played like he was the drummer on he was the first drummer on SNL Live. So
really? That's so cool.
but like when I was and he lived in Philly when I was younger. But like while he's in Philly, like I'm growing up in the Brazilian culture in Austin. So cuz my mom is Brazilian. So
you grew up in Austin?
Yeah,
in
Austin, Texas.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So basically like I'm just like learning like a bunch of Brazilian percussion and stuff, and you know, like samba dancing.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah. There's a lot of
singing in
background with
Portuguese
that.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because what I like the main form of like jamming that I grew up doing was like I'd be super young in these groups called pagode, and basically like you sit in a circle and one person is like leading it with this tiny guitar that's like super high pitched, called a cavaquinho.
Okay.
And like everyone else just has these various drums, and like you just like sit in the circle and sing like these songs, basically like jazz standards, the equivalent of jazz standards in America.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Just like songs that everyone knows, these
That's
classics,
so
you
fun.
know.
So would a lot of Brazilian people do that, or was that like just in your family type thing?
No, I'm not as in tune with like the like, you know, more popular culture actually in Brazil.
Okay.
But this was like totally a community of Brazilians in Austin that was like doing it. Like there was a whole samba school that had like hundreds of people in it, and like a whole bateria, like giant drum corps with like a bunch of dancers and stuff. It was awesome.
That's so fun.
So like rhythm was something that was like very heavily ingrained in me, and then I started learning ukulele.
Nice.
And I was with this teacher. And you know what's funny is I've met some people here at Berklee that live in Austin who like had the same teacher. It's crazy, right?
That's
it's so crazy.
Funny, yeah.
So I was like, with this teacher, he would have like these showcases, and I would I was so young. I was like 8 or 9 or something, just like playing ukulele.
You're
and
like
singing.
not a full human yet.
Yeah. And I'd done it a few times, and then this one time, I was playing this Minecraft song.
Okay. On ukulele.
Yeah, Minecraft cover,
okay.
And I like totally bombed it. And I like forgot all the words and all, like I practiced it, you know, for weeks with the months, whatever, however long it was. And then I just totally bombed it, and I stopped performing and singing for like a while. Like it was like a good like 4 years or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And
Wait, that's so sad.
Yeah,
Little
and then
you just
I know it was the end for me. I was like, oh damn, like that was So then I think I kind of lost interest. I started doing other stuff like breakdancing and like cheerleading.
Okay, you were a cheerleader?
Yeah, dude. I've been around the ringer.
Whoa, you've done like the most random stuff.
I'm a 3-time state champion in jiu-jitsu too.
So hell yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
But so and then I got to middle school, and I started going to this middle school that had a really big theater program. Like Michael Dell like funded their theater, and it was like a K through 12 private school.
Yeah.
And I joined in 7th grade, and being like a singer, you know, I kind of had a natural knack for musical theater.
Yeah.
And like I had like a little bit of dance training as well at that point.
So you
I was nothing.
That.
Yeah, I was nothing crazy with the dancing, but like acting and singing was a very natural thing for me.
Yeah.
So I was immediately pretty good at that. I started to get leads in like pretty much everything I was doing. And then I did a pre-professional program in high school when I left that middle school, and then that was when I realized that I didn't want to do that because.
Okay, I was gonna ask. Was that why you went to Berklee originally?
Yeah.
It was for okay, gotcha.
So yeah,
This was like freshman year of high school. You were like, I can't do this. Okay.
So what happened was, my 8th grade year, I had a really, really big show that was like it like went around the whole city. How crazy it was. Do you know anything about musical theater?
I didn't grow up in musical theater. I did show choir.
So
not really similar, but kind of.
There's a show called Newsies. That's a really modern one.
Yes, I know about Newsies.
Yeah. And we were like, it was an 8th grade production that had like 3 2-story moving platforms, and like we had like faculty in the cast, and like, you know,
oh my God,
some of the high schoolers in the cast playing like, you know, the like bigger people that we needed, and it was just like this amazing production. And my brother, the school was like, he had gotten in trouble for something, and they were trying to like take it way out of proportion his senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And we were going to the same school. I was at the middle school, he was at the high school. And you know, like they just like almost expelled him for this small thing, and like it like ruined our whole family's like, you know, perception on this school. And then we had the show, and they had a meeting with the dean, because he, you know, saw how I performed, and he was like, I want, you know, let's see if we can make something happen here. Yeah. But I had already put down a down payment on tuition at another school. Oh yeah. But that is where the switch up needed to happen, because I switched to this school called St. Michael's. It's now called St. Michael's Preparatory Academy, because they just united with like a lower school. Okay. Yeah. I think that's what it's called, but not fully sure. Okay. But they have like an incredibly modern music program, so like you can start from zero, not playing guitar, piano, or anything. Yeah. And they have like a beginner guitar class where they'll, if you want to learn like drums or bass or guitar.
So they're really centered around like the arts and like.
No, but the guy that runs the program was really passionate about like making it a modernized thing, and we would. So that was like what the beginner class was, but there was also another class that, and I already had a bit of music experience at this point, so I skipped the beginner class into the class called Modern Band Lab. And what we would do is we would get paired up with a new group every week, and we would learn songs and then perform them for each other on Friday. And then we would eventually get stuck with a group, and then we would have like a big show at the end of the semester.
That's that's so cool that you got to learn how to work with a band like that early.
It was huge. It was huge for like, especially like band leading now. Like it was so big for that. And then so at this point, I'm still like, I like music a lot, but my family's not really on board with pursuing it as a career. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like yapping, but
no, you're all good. Right? Keep going. Okay, this is all about you. We can make this as long as you need to. Yeah.
Yeah. So my parents still weren't really on board, and I was like, you know, over the summer I'd be going to camps at different like colleges, trying to like get into like data analytics or like whatever.
Doing like the most boring stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I was kind of interested in it, but like not really. Yeah. And I applied to like, I was a really good student. Like I got really good scores on like my standardized tests and stuff. And like I got into most of the schools I applied to. But yeah, so like I was applying everywhere for business, and my school built this new building where they put in like a state-of-the-art recording studio, 64-channel SSL board with like.
What school is that? Can I like look this up?
Here, Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, wait, keep talking. What's the name?
It's like, I think it's St. Michael's Preparatory. Jamie, pull up the prep. There it is. Yeah.
I'll put recording studio.
Yeah, and I can. I also have some like here. Right there. That's it.
This?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So this is and they so actually this is literally my session, which is
Is it actually?
Yeah, that's so funny. Wait. This is literally my session. We're setting up the session right there.
Wait, that's hilarious.
For this. And then this is a recent one. This is so cool. But look at this picture, like
you had this in your high school?
So this they built this, finished it like halfway through my senior year. Check this out. This is
Holy shit.
The control room. It was awesome. And like, so we had like an inaugural opening for this, and some of these other things, like this is their new media creation studio that they just built in that same building.
Oh my God, wait, I'm like so jealous. Like
it's really, really cool. And like hey,
it's you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think this is actually her son.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Stop.
Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy that it showed
I'll
up
keep it
immediately.
Up here. That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
No, but yeah, I like. Oh, it's funny. I think I have like or I bought like this keyboard at some point and then I sold it. But so yeah, we had like an inaugural opening for this because there was it was a really big deal. This Halo hub for advanced learning building.
And it's just at the high school.
Yes,
like, okay.
It's in the high school.
That's so cool. So you got to know how to like patch and record and stuff through that? Okay.
And basically the way that this transitioned me into pursuing music is we have this inaugural opening and like a bunch of donors and stuff come to, see this. And basically like the event is I'm recording one of my originals. Yeah. And like it's a live session and people are just coming through and watching it.
That's so cool.
It was really cool. And I actually still play that song now, which is really fun.
What's it called?
Bruised Flowers.
Okay.
Shout out ex-girlfriend. Actually not. Don't do that.
Not shouting her out.
But so my parents stayed and watched like the whole time, and
they kind of took it more seriously after that.
They asked me after, they were like, so like, what do you think of that? And I was like, I could literally do that every single day for the rest of my life. Like that was the most fun I have ever had doing anything. And they were like, all right, well, I guess we can fill out like an application for Berklee.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. And then like 2 weeks later I auditioned.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. It's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
If I didn't get in here, it would have been like business. There was no other music option.
Well, I came in for music business originally, and like I thought that's what I was gonna do, and then I realized that I liked the recording and stuff like that. Like it's addicting when you're like in the studio with people and everybody's just kind of bouncing off ideas. Like it's so great. So dude, I kind of did the same thing. Like thought I was gonna do business and like was kind of set on it. And then I was like considering doing songwriting, and my dad was like, he was like, do music business. And I was like, what if I do something like technical? What if I do recording? And he was like, okay, maybe. And so then I like convinced them and did it. That was like, they're very supportive. But
same, totally.
Yeah, they were very supportive of it.
But I have practical parents.
Yeah, same. They just like obviously want what's best for me. So they were just like trying to make sure that it was, a strategic move to study what I'm studying. Yeah,
it's such a battle being an artist, like with your parents, just
I know,
in general, because they always support, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but, like,
I know.
They are the ones that pick out like the one line in your song. They're like, I don't really like that line.
Or like I swear online, and my mom's like, what is that?
Yeah, why did you do that? Like
that shirt is showing a little bit too much. And I'm like, Mom, like it's okay.
It's so funny.
Like, stop following me.
Dude, I have a song where I put like the word like heat between your thighs. Or the phrase. Yeah. And my mom was like, I love that song, but like when I found out what you were saying, I like, you're gonna lose an audience that way.
Like, yeah.
Mom, I made the song. Like the song is done.
Yeah. I think I said like fuck all men in like a bio thing of mine, and my mom was like, you're not going to be able to get any listeners. I was like, Mom, it's all fun and games. Like, I actually don't hate all men.
Yeah.
Like,
it's tough because, like, you totally have to, like, there's some things that you have to do that it's like, I'm going to just do this thing that really seems crazy to a different generation.
Yeah,
like, they just don't know. Like,
exactly. Yeah. So
it's tough. Sometimes you got to do something. Nowadays, you have to be so, like, this is me.
Yeah.
And you have to be so in people's faces to where they want to like interact with you.
Yes.
And
there's like a fine line between being like annoying as fuck and being like bearable and people start to like you. You know what I mean?
What is the line, bro? What is the line? What is the line?
Yeah, like social media is so hard trying to
tough.
figure out like also making the time to do it, like just sit down and edit videos and stuff like that while we're already like editing music and writing songs and like doing all it's a lot.
I started like I tried to start another like series, not really series thing, but like I did
like social media series video.
A while ago I had a release. If you want to see some music from first semester Ollie Mann on Spotify, Candy Eyes and On, featuring Luca Alex. Pretty fire.
Is it just on like on YouTube or something?
They're on Spotify and everywhere, but I just
I need to pull up your Spotify.
Here's the thing. I'm abandoning that. account, so that's why I didn't ask you.
Okay, I won't pull it up then.
But
I'll leave this back on.
Wait. Since we're editing, like I might as well just like wait.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
That's why, I guess.
There we go.
That's fire.
There we go. We're back.
Dude, the extra N
Thanks
just
for telling
destroyed
me
it.
instead of just letting it go.
Like, well, I was gonna let it go, and then I was like, she just opened up the editing thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why I sent it to you beforehand, but I should have double checked.
Dude, no, bro. I should have looked in.
I think I was
detail.
confused. I thought I don't know, but yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
wait, what else is on? Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the Instagram.
Fire.
Ollie.man with
Ollie.
2 E's and 2 N's. Okay.
And this is actually how you spell my last name.
Okay. Got it.
And yeah, this is the One Man Band Instagram. I'll actually introduce everybody. Just
go for it.
Might as well. So these guys, those guys are the main members. They are the original members. We added these two very recently as background singers, but basically this guy right here is Andre Diaz, absolutely unbelievable background singer and BGV arranger. If you need help with BGVs, he is your guy to call. Seriously.
Good to know.
Gabe Kuchan, he is an incredible. Sorry for smacking.
It's okay. As long as you don't break it, like,
dude,
it's fine.
Incredible fusion guitarist, fusion blues guitarist. He plays like pretty much everything gospel stuff. And he is also a vocalist as well. He sings.
He's really good at performing. Like,
yeah, he's a front man.
Really, yeah.
He adds like a huge energy to everything, and like, you know, like I have a joke where I say that like I don't give him solos till the end of our shows because I want him to have pin up energy.
Yeah.
But it's not true. Like, he solos throughout the whole show. But yeah. This boy right here is Colin Lilick. He's kind of like our glue, one of the glues. There's a few glues, you know, in different regions.
Everybody's glue, but like, yeah.
So he's from North Carolina. He's one of our guitarists as well.
Nice.
And he's like more of my like rock-centered guitarist. He plays like he was in a band for like all of high school. They like learned how to play music together, and they were making money off of their band, like doing gigs and stuff. Which was
in high school.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
Right, which is insane.
Yeah.
And
I wish I knew like how to do that and how to make friends that were musicians.
Right. I had no music friends.
Yeah,
in high school.
same.
Like even at the school that I was at, like, well, I had music friends. Shout out my music friends. I love you guys.
It's okay, but, like, you're right there. I did do show choir. I love you guys.
It was just like the people that I was like really closest with. Like they weren't that. Like we were like riding dirt bikes, wakeboarding, and smoking weed.
What?
But so yeah, he was in a band that they would play like 3-hour sets and stuff. So like he will always help us in like rehearsals, especially like when things are like not getting organized or he's like really good at really keeping us together, and
that's good. Yeah,
man, that guy can rip a solo. He especially when he writes them too, like they're so fucking crazy. The solo on this new track, on the Tribulations track, guys, like is awesome. That's another one of his,
and it comes out in a week, right?
Yeah, it comes out next Friday.
I'm hoping that I'll be able to release this around then. Yeah.
If it doesn't happen before then go listen.
But
if it does, then go pre-save.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and like also number one D1 riff writer, bro. Like he wrote the. I keep smacking all of your.
It's like it's in your way. I'll move it over here. There we go.
And this is I don't know who that guy is. But yeah, he writes like awesome riffs.
That's good to have like creative. Another like leader in the band too.
Totally.
Because it's so hard to lead a band. Like that's
and you know, like we're all kind of like really close friends, so it's tough sometimes to like figure out the dynamics and stuff, but like, you know, we you got to just like meet with each other and like talk about it and stuff, and it helps. But that's good. And this is our boy Luis Gallego, bass player. He absolutely holds it down. What I love so much about him is, well, he's also our wise man, because he's the oldest one in the group. He's
I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, he's 23.
Pretty
sure he's 23.
He's like older by a year.
Yeah. I mean, like because like the oldest one in our group, is 20 right
I
now.
didn't know if he was, because I've met like 30-year-olds at Berklee.
Totally.
So I didn't know if, okay, gotcha.
There's this one guy that is like 60 that was in like some class.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Does he have funk background? Because like he's bass.
He kind of like, I know he loves the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
I wouldn't like pin him on one like musical background.
Kind of just like everything.
Yeah, but what I mean, like when I say he really holds it down, is like a lot of bass players here like to explore, you know, like they like to have a lot of fun. Like he locks in a groovy line and he'll just like bang, he'll like
gotcha.
play it.
He's like good at not trying to like make it too busy.
Yeah,
like, he's good. Okay.
Exactly. And
that makes sense.
And he, you know, like every time we like make a decision, like he's not like the last line of defense, but like when he's like, we shouldn't do that, like usually we probably shouldn't do that. Yeah. Or if he's like, we should do that, like 50-50, maybe 50-70% chance that we probably are going to do it.
Gotcha, gotcha. And then are these, you said sometimes they're in, sometimes they're not?
So these two actually are the BGVs.
Oh, BGV, okay.
Ben Freeman, hire him. Just like,
what does he play?
He is one of the best drummers I have ever seen in my life.
Really?
Like unfucking believable.
It's interesting when you come to Berklee and you learn different types of drummers.
Yes.
Like at first, like I would see people doing these crazy fills and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, they're so good. And then you see someone who's just tight, like simple, and you're like, that's a good drummer.
The reason that he is the fucking best is because he can do all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
He plays my funk stuff. He plays with other pop groups, and he elevates them so much. It's like he'll play the exact part, or if you want, he'll put in some of the Ben Freeman stuff, and it happened on one of my friend's shows, and I was like, I just like went and I looked at it,
where'd that come from?
Yeah. And then like also, you know, him and Gabe both went on a tour last summer playing behind a punk rock artist. David Michael Frank, DMF.
Okay, I don't know him, but
he was a social media guy, and you know he's been doing some tours and stuff.
Wait, that's fun. So they were touring around New England, or
no, the entire country and like Canada as well. They did I think they did 40 dates or something like that.
That is so fun.
Yeah, it was awesome and great
that's
experience.
A dream.
And like he's ready for like anything. That guy can play literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Moreau, she is an amazing singer, amazing powerhouse singer. Awesome writer as well. I kind of like went all the way, skipped Emma, and now So Emma is just like unbelievable voice, super powerful, and she writes so well. She also is like such a team player. It's so amazing.
Well, it sounds like you get along with everybody, and like you guys are all close.
Totally. And also like she is in an awesome band called Crowded Mind.
I love them.
Back in the day, yeah. She's the lead singer for Crowded Mind, so check their stuff out if you haven't heard of them. They're freaking awesome.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Okay, and then say your thing.
Yes, spreading funk pop to all the wrong places.
How'd you come up with that?
So, I just like do everything wrong. It seems like I like when I'm trying to do this music stuff. Like every time I just like make a decision for myself, it's just like it's not like wrong, but I did it in some funky way that should not really have been done.
Okay, you know but then it like works out.
Yeah, it kind of works out usually. Okay. And like also like we just haven't had that much luck with like a following, so like we're in the wrong places right now. Gotcha. Eventually it'll be the right places.
Yeah, it will.
But no, it's just kind of like a fun little line.
Yeah,
totally. You gotta come up with something nowadays.
Yeah. Seriously. Here's the new single. Yes. Comes out on Friday.
Yes, Tribulations. It's freaking awesome.
So go stream that.
It's about like it's like a kind of like a funk rock tune.
Fun.
Very I don't know what it's like. I can't.
Did you write the lyrics?
Yeah. So I wrote all the lyrics. Actually, Izzy Savides helped me with a small section of the lyrics.
Okay.
Because at the time Izzy was our bass player. But yeah, they couldn't really, they just had so much work.
Gotcha.
So,
what's the song about?
So this song, I was about to say.
Okay.
Yeah. This song is about. You're good at this.
Yeah.
No. But
gotta keep it moving.
Yeah. But yeah, this song is about like. So like the chorus lyrics are, I won't subside. I'm taking mine. I'm going to leave you all behind, and I'm going to carry out my life. You hold me back with all your lies and manipulation, but I'm tired. I'm so tired of your tribulations. So
banger.
It's like it's written about like kind of like nobody in particular, but like the feeling of like people that are like telling you stuff like they really know what they're talking about, but they don't. Like it's like, why are you telling me this? Like why are you telling me this? Like you know what you're doing, because you don't. Like there's a line in it that's like you always think that you are an expert or something like that. I can't honestly kind of put it. I forgot how it goes. And then I say, but you forget experts are successful. And then the background vocalists go, you are not successful, baby. You are not successful.
Oh, fun.
Like,
you got a lot of like background vocals and big energy in it.
Yeah, it's super huge,
super
loud. And like it really is like a very like spunky song, you know what I mean? Like pretty angsty.
Yeah.
But like it's very fun, super singable. And I'm really excited for the world to hear it. Like this has been an insane journey with this band. We've been playing together for over a year now, like gigging. We've played in Austin, North Carolina, New York, Nashville.
Oh,
like,
we've like been around.
Yeah, and it's not like we did like a tour. It's just like I'm from Austin. Like when the boys were touring last summer, they came through Austin and I opened for their tour. And then like in North Carolina, we played at a festival with this guy and his band.
Fun.
And then we stayed in Nashville for a while, did a few gigs there.
Nice.
And then
last summer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, no, it's just been a crazy journey, and like we've been through so many trials and tribulations. Trying to get tribulations out. And
I love it. Yeah, I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, and it, you know, like at this point, like I was talking about this a little bit earlier. When CD Baby told me I couldn't have the two artists, I was trying to strong arm, you know, and I was like, all right, well then I would like a full refund and I'm going to switch to DistroKid. And like I expected them to be like, hold on, wait, let me see what I can do. But the next email literally said, you should get your refund in a few days and we have deactivated your account. And I was like, no. So then,
that's so funny.
I know. So then I
like, we don't need your business. We got a lot of other artists.
Exactly, bro. Literally. So then I like weighed my options and then just like submitted the release back into CD Baby again.
Just like,
dude, I was like, oh, fuck, whatever. Yeah, but and then like, you know, that would have put back the release another like 2 weeks, but I was like, I can't do it. Like it's time, bro. Like I've been, I just like.
It's hard to get music out. It takes a while.
It's really hard.
Also, like once it's ready, just like having the courage to put it out is kind of a bit too.
And like, you know, especially when you have like players like these guys who are doing so much over it, like they are gonna want their shit to sound perfect.
You
especially
want it to sound as
your
good
perfectionist
as
drummer.
Yeah.
That has a solo that we won't talk about it.
Okay.
We were trying to re-record, but like, and we didn't end up doing it, and because he didn't like the solo, and then we went back and listened to the tracks we had of the solo, and the first or second one, he was like, "Oh yeah, that one's great." After like months of waiting to try to retrack it.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny. It was. I mean, it was. You know, it was also on me.
That's like because it's happens all the time.
It happens
like,
to everybody.
Yeah.
I love you, Ben. But yeah, no, like we're, you know, I think everyone's really, really excited to get it out. And I just want, like, I haven't had anything to show for all this work I've been doing.
Yeah.
And
so now it's finally coming.
Yeah.
Coming out.
I'm really excited to just be able to be like, like, check out my Spotify. And have it be something I'm, like, proud of instead of, like, the older
You
Spotify.
should talk about your cards.
Oh, yeah, dude, wait. This isn't, like,
the other day, or not the other day, this was, like, a few months ago, before we, like, got, like, each other's phone number, I was like, okay, yeah, like, let's do, before... We're doing a show.
Yes, we're doing a show.
I forgot to talk about this.
The whole point.
So I was like, I was like, we should play a show together. And he was like, yeah, totally, like, get my number. And I was like, what is it? And you whip out this card. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Okay, I had seen them before. You like scan it or like
I like you hold it like on the end of your phone like a tap.
Tap
thing, and then it
it just appears like his phone number, email, like your LinkedIn, whatever else was on it. Yeah.
Digital business card is the move. Like do that shit.
That was cool.
Yeah, people
But how many times have you used it?
You're exposing me, bro. Come on. Like one time with you, like another time with someone else.
Now you have a song, so you can be like putting it on there.
Dude,
you know?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you should.
I should put the link to the song, bro. I was not gonna do that. Thank you.
No, you should. You should.
But dude, I've barely used it. What's funny is like the person that I found it from was like someone I was incredibly annoyed by it too. Like incredibly annoyed by the interaction with them.
What do you mean?
And like it was just like we were in Nashville, talking to this guy, and like as soon as we mentioned we went to Berklee, he like told us he went to Belmont, and just like as soon as he heard we went to Berklee, started to just like try to like big dick us basically. It was like, yeah, I do like 40 sessions. I've done like 50 sessions this year. Like I'm like, and we're like,
it's like we did not.
We're literally
this
sitting
up.
like we're literally sitting here in an event that we didn't pay for and he paid for, and my buddy's PI is the one that's performing, and he's like, I'm like this big deal, like I'm like, you know, I love Rich Hinman, like I'm a big fan. I'm like, this is literally a student right here, bro. Like just like relax, like can we just have a conversation? And then like
I can't with the people who are like trying to just prove themselves, and it's like if you're like just chill, hang. If you can hang, like you're invited to every session and every like just like going out for drinks, like, but the moment that you're like trying to like prove that you're something, I don't know, like that really bothers me.
It's totally real. It's totally a real thing. It's like when someone comes up to you and the first thing they want to talk about is like their elevator pitch. It's like, dude, like I am a person, like, hello, how are you?
Like, I'm a person before an artist.
I think I do a lot of writing for sync, and I think that, like, a lot of people ask me into those sessions, like, just because of the vibe, like, over, like, my songwriting abilities sometimes.
Like, wait, what do you mean just over the vibe?
Because, like, I am the guy in the session that, like, I'll derail us for a little bit to like kind of have fun for a little bit, and then like, but I'm serious about it.
That is how you like just.
It's totally a necessary part.
Enjoyable,
it's a necessary
part. I feel
like
a lot of people go into it like, okay, we need to get this, and this done. Like, which it's good to be like directional, like you know where you're going, but like. It's okay to derail and just like enjoy what's going on, because like
have to.
At the end of the day, we're fucking making music. Like it's just like a silly little job that we're all trying
to do. Of course, literally, it's a silly little job. And like the vibe is like you can't. Writing music is so vulnerable, and you have to be able to say stupid things. So if you're not comfortable with the people around you, how are you going to be able to get the ideas out?
That's so true. Yeah.
And but yeah, like just touching back on that guy real quick, like to piss me off further at the end of this interaction, he pulled out this fucking business card and tapped it on the end of my phone. I was like, fuck this guy. And then
You're like, fuck, this is actually a really good idea.
and then I like got in the car with my buddy, and we were like talking shit about him, and then we like, I'm like, it's silent for a second, and I'm like, yeah, but that business card, like that was low-key a good-ass idea. Like,
that's so funny. No, that was really smooth when you took it out and you were like, you just scan this. And I was like, okay.
Oh. Like, oh.
That was cool,
No,
You got to put this on there.
Bro, I know, yes.
Yeah, guys, we got our show June 24th.
Yes, bro. June 24th. Be there if you're in Boston or the surrounding areas. It's going to be fire.
Yeah, it's at the Middle East, so it's like right in Cambridge. You can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Mickey D's across the street.
I wish that there was a train line that was closer to it. But
but the bus does go right to it.
Oh, yeah. You can take the one line, I think it is, and take the bus there. It's, super easy. You guys should definitely come. It'll be fun.
It's a nice walk, too. It's like literally like a 30-minute walk.
Yeah.
We probably won't be playing like the solo piano songs, but mainly like the funkier stuff. Some of the low down R&B type songs.
It's gonna be a fun show. Yeah,
dude, it's gonna be great.
I'm excited. Really great.
So a lot of high energy.
Yeah, totally. It's $15 if you buy online. I'm so sorry, guys, but there's actually tax on it, and I looked, and it's around $20.
Yeah, they always fuck you with that fee.
I know. I thought that so I felt bad about that. But get your tickets ahead of time so then it's not more than that.
Please do. Please do. So actually, how much does it say at the door? 15 at the door?
At the door, it's 20.
20 at the door?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes, just like on the listener's side, sometimes depending on the pricing, it is a little cheaper to pay in cash at the door, but I don't think it'll be the case.
I think that they're gonna, because there's like a certain carrier that they do, kind of like Ticketmaster, but not. Yeah. So I think that you would still have to pay online technically. So
and they take a lot of it too at the Middle East, but you know, music's about playing.
I know,
it's not about the money we make.
Yeah. Hopefully this will change one day.
It's a little bit about the money too.
My Venmo is HKOKO1.
Mine is just Oliver Mann.
Nice. Got it.
Should we put the Venmo codes?
Yeah.
The GoFundMe.
Please.
Or just come to our show.
Yeah, come to our show. That's the best way to support. Make sure when you go, tip your bartender.
Please, and get a drink. They love it.
Yeah, they love it.
And they hate it when you don't.
Yeah.
They really hate it when you don't get a drink.
Please buy some drinks. I love when people, the last show that I was at, or that I played, people were drunk, and I gave these, lyric sheets out. And they were singing along to one of my songs.
Dude, that's a great idea.
It was really fun. I wish I had it up here. But
wait, that's a really great idea.
Let me actually.
That's super fun. And then also for social media, you can get a video of an entire crowd singing your song.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, that's basically what I did.
That is a great idea.
These are my lyric sheets that I do. So if you guys want to see these.
Whoa, dude. That is so sick.
Yeah, these are the lyric sheets that I do. Thanks, yeah. So I made this, and I passed them out at my last show, and, people were just welcome, I'm getting lost. They're all nobody knows the melody, but it was just, so fun. Once they caught on to the chorus, and they were singing along.
Wait, what is the melody of that line?
Walk up, I'm getting loud. I've been waiting around on
I got you.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was the...
Oh, yeah. No.
I don't
different
vibe.
But yeah, this song's called Blunt. You guys can go stream that. But
dude, this is so sick.
Yeah.
Are these all the lyrics?
Yeah, all the lyrics. The chorus is repeated once and then it goes back to it later. But yeah.
So when you write, are you more of do you do a lot of solo writing?
Yeah, I like to solo write and then I'll go to writers and just make it better.
Yeah.
So
Same.
Yeah, because I feel like it feels more personal. If I started out
100%.
kind of, because then I can have the idea of what I want it to be, and if it's about my own personal experience, then it makes it way more
totally totally.
I'm able to get the point across better, I think.
And then you got to get the mainstream shit from the other writers.
Yeah. I need help with that.
What can I not say in this song?
I know.
You can't say fuck everybody for being stupid. You can't say that.
Why can't I? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I do singer-songwriter-y lyrics, and then sometimes the melodies are a little too singer-songwriter-y, and I'm yesterday I had a session with Tuta, and I was like, Tuta, I need help. I can't figure out a rock chorus.
Dude, that's bro. But I mean sometimes play into that singer-songwriter, you know?
Yeah,
it was fun. It was a really fun vibe for you to have the singer-songwriter show at the songwriting collaborative thing.
Yeah, we played a show recently. It was kind of just a stripped down version of all of our these two songs that we wrote in this club that we were in.
Yeah, we were in a club basically Berklee called Songwriters Collaborative that and we were artists in the club. You can join as an artist or a writer. The artist
or a producer
as well.
Yeah.
And they choose 5 artists every semester to basically have two separate groups of sessions where you start in the first half and you write with a group of writers and a producer, and then you finish a song halfway through the semester, and then we get with a new group and then do it again. And it's very centered around the artist vision.
It's
which
really
is
awesome. Yeah, it's really awesome because I feel like I've been
shout out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good. I lived with Riley 2 years ago, and when she was starting the club, and she had been thinking about it for so long, and then finally it got approved, and they started to do it, and then it was officially a Berklee club, and what it's turned into is so cool. Dude, we came out with 2 fully finished songs.
Totally, and I'm going to release them both.
Yeah.
One of them is I was gonna say, bro, literally that song everyone that we play that song at our shows and everybody comes up and talks to us about that.
That's a great song. Yeah, it was a great. I learned how to write with other people through that club.
Yeah.
I had really only written solo. So that was really special that I was able to like be with other people who are so talented and they like want to try out new genres. Because we had 3 people who were more singer-songwritery, and then you had like funk pop, like rock. I don't really. You have.
We just play some shit.
Okay.
We just play music, dude.
Yeah.
We play low key. We play like groove. Like it just grooves most of it.
Yeah. And then with me doing pop rock, so like all the producers and artists all the producers and writers got to just try out new genres, which I think that was like good for them to like.
Yeah, bro.
Just
It's good for everybody. I mean, like, it's especially if you're watching this as a Berklee student, like, dude, like, take this time to like do every club that is involved with what you want to do. Cause that is like these people that you're working with are the people that are going to get you the jobs in the future. These are the ones that are going to be doing the shit in the music industry. Like,
and like a club like that, they take into account everybody's personality too.
100%.
So we were able to be in these sessions with like not only talented people, but just people who could hang.
Totally.
Like, and it just made made me realize who I want to be around when I'm in sessions and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I mean, publishing companies like Berklee is coming out with some unbelievable songwriters right now, and the programs like Hit Factory and Songwriters Collaborative, and just like the way that we're getting so many new professors that are like active in the industry. The songwriting at Berklee is going crazy right now. So publishing companies, be aware.
Totally. Yeah.
Pumping them out seriously. And but yeah, what also something I really appreciated about that was like I just like I've done those sessions with like big groups, but I have like so many random ideas. Like that song started as me like being like doo doom bop doo doom. And I was like, oh, that's sick. And then I was like, guys, what do you think about just starting a song based off of this? Like, because I knew that I wanted like that immediately felt super like ominous to me, you know, like the line. And I was like, I know I want it to be like stealing son of a doo-doo bop, like son of a doo-doo bop. And then like they just like we took it and ran with it. And then like shout out Macy, Lila, and Benedict. Like, oh my gosh, loved working with y'all.
That was really cool.
It was very fun.
I like sing that song every once in a while. Like, I'm like doing my chores and I'm like,
you're like,
he takes his drag.
I'll send you the master.
I already have it.
Dude, speaking of that club, bro.
Everybody's from the club drop
bro,
because every song was like a banger.
They were so good. Bro, I got Molasses like in my Spotify now.
Yeah.
Bro, Anya.
Oh my gosh.
That song
is all those
so
artists.
Good.
We should shout out all the artists.
Bro,
that was so good.
Please. Yeah.
So Oliver Mann, me, KOKO DYNSKI, and then Anya, Anina, and Z.
Yes, Zarhet, crazy. They're all amazing musicians, and they all have their own like super individual artist projects.
Yeah, we all made like mood boards, so that was like cool. We could all see like our cohesive artist projects together and like create new
and it was really cool to just kind of have like you know, like we were all in it together, so it like, and we were all very confused the whole time. But it was like you know, it was really helpful, and I think
we got to pitch our stuff to some A&Rs. That was really cool. We got to meet some cool people and just get good feedback. It was cool.
And they actually something about that they opened my eyes to pitching for movies. And
I was going to say, your music does sound like it should be in movies.
Thank you.
It's so cool.
Dude, and literally a week later, somebody like sent me a text, and they were like, "Hey, like I'm working for this company that like, you know, puts song, like we have a catalog for songs that like go into like, movies and TV." And I was like, well, send it over, dude. I'll put my stuff in right away.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And like I haven't heard anything from that yet, but you know, I mean,
but it's just like a good thing to get the ball rolling.
And I probably wouldn't have done it if I wasn't like told by the A&R that was a good idea. And you know, I mean, like it was just something I hadn't thought of. I was like, oh, yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah.
So that's how Ollie and I met. Reminder to come to the show.
Be there.
It's on a Tuesday, but it's June 24th. So
it's summer, you fuckers.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get the fuck out of there. Okay, let's get the fuck
out there.
Get the fuck out of there.
Get the fuck out of here.
Don't come to the show.
Please come to the show.
Come to the show. June 24th. I'm going to cut that.
No, dude, you gotta leave it, bro. You gotta leave it. You gotta leave it because I'm looking at you like, I'm like, what? Dude,
Okay.
yeah, you're just gonna have to listen to the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Fix it up, bro. It's so funny.
Okay, this is Up and Indie, the podcast. I'm KOKO DYNSKI, and this is
Ollie Mann.
And thank you so much for listening and watching. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube. So
sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-save Tribulations, link in bio, and come to our show.
Yay. Okay.
Woo.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.